This is a terribly sad negligence case in which there truly were no winners. John Bonham was a chronic schizophrenic who had been detained for treatment in the Royal Brisbane Hospital. Right outside the hospital is Bowen Bridge Road, a major bus route. Bonham escaped from hospital, got out onto Bowen Bridge Road and threw himself in front of the bus driven by Keith Carrier, intending to commit suicide. The bus hit him and injured him, but did not kill him. The incident, however, had a terrible effect on Mr. Carrier, who developed a psychological disorder and was unable to continue in his employment. He sought compensation in negligence. Now, in negligence, the duty of care and the steps taken to discharge that duty are assessed according to an objective standard. In other words, we ask whether a normal person would foresee harm to others and what a normal person would do to prevent that harm. The question for the court in this case was whether it was reasonable to apply that test to someone with a severe mental illness. Could someone with chronic schizophrenia be held to the same standard as a person without that condition? We know they're not held to the same standard for criminal liability, but what about in negligence? Well, the court found that Mr. Bonham should be held to the same standard as a person without schizophrenia for two reasons. First, it is impossible to establish any other standard. There is no standard expectation of behaviour for a person with chronic schizophrenia. President McMurdo said, "The action of an adult lacking capacity because of mental illness in a negligent claim cannot be judged by any objective standard of an ordinary reasonable person suffering from that mental illness. If the mental illness has deprived the person of capacity, then the person has also been deprived of rationality and reasonableness." Second, the focus of negligence law is not on punishing the wrongdoer, but on compensating the person harmed. And the harm to the driver, Mr. Carrier, was the same whether Mr. Bonham had schizophrenia or not. President McMurdo said, "The civil courts are concerned not to punish him, but to give redress to the person he has injured." As a result, in negligence law, a person with a mental illness is held to the same standard as a person without that illness.